Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 2v2 for you all here on Stadsjut on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. We have Deviant going straight to the gate with Ranger Company for the United States of America. You have KA4KA, so K4K, as Rifle Company for the United States of America. Ooh, we're going straight up with Blue and Gray, the cheaper American rifleman alternative if you're playing as Rifle. Very poor quality infantry though. Representing the Axis today, we have Please Don't Flame as propaganda tactics for the Waffen-SS. And Antonio Cortes as Fallschirmjäger-Division for the Wehrmacht. It should be fascinating to see how this turns out. Yeah, basic reaction moving up for now. We also have some Fallschirm Pioneers coming out here for the Luftwaffe, one of the unique units they get early on. Two Pioneers are trying to dig in and they get some shots into the re-echelon. Don't think the re-echelon won that engagement. And we'll hit our Pioneers fighting against the re-echelon up here. Blue and Gray are slowly securing territory. Waffen-SS is trying to spread out and get ground, including with some Volkssturm. Cheaper militia units you get if you're playing as propaganda tactics. They were pretty useful. Plus the Americans are going straight for the fuel actually. Which is fine, I guess. And Blue and Gray are securing a lot of territory. That's the advantage of US Rifle though. You can get a lot of Blue and Gray out and secure a lot of ground. But they're not that good quality infantry, as I've said before. Americans are securing a lot of ground with the Riflemen too on the other flank. One looks at the re-echelon, still trying to hold it. They actually got a pineapple off here on the Storm Pioneers. They might actually kill them if they get lucky with the... Oh, they actually killed them with the carbines! That's a rare sight. That pineapple really did wonders there. Versus some Grenadiers from the Luftwaffe here present to support the Storm Grenadiers. Riflemen here holding up behind some sandbags and some debris. Need to see how long that works for them. Goes on some Volkssturm arriving. Fallschirm Pioneers are trying to secure some ground. They are a much cheaper alternative after all if you are playing as the Luftwaffe, but they are very poor quality infantry for some reason. Well, I'm not sure how well trained for combat Luft Pioneers were, or Fallschirm Pioneers. So I'm not really an expert on that. Also we have some Pioneers and the Fallschirm Pioneers pushing up here. Being very aggressive here, grenade in the way. Like, one advantage of the Blue and Gray is they do have the pineapples. So they do have a very potent grenade for being such a cheap infantry. Let's see, we have some Volkssturm and some Sturmgrenadiers in the center. Volkssturm trying to flank the Riflemen here with a Bandflasche. Not the best throw, and I think the Americans have definitely got that engagement done. We have some aircraft coming over here, dropping some equipment. Actually, some medical supplies for the Luftwaffe. The Germans are so far being forced off most of the map. They still hold a fair amount of it though. Blue Pioneers up close here getting mowed down by the Blue and Gray. And more Blue and Gray ready to move up. Lots of cheap American infantry. We also have an MG42 here manned by Fallschirm troopers though. Actually, this is just Luftwaffe troops in the green uniform. They don't have the Fallschirmjäger look. Doing a pretty decent job though with the MG42 there. The Blue and Gray do suffer a lot of losses when they get hit, as you can see.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Ooh, it's not looking good here for the Germans. No, the Americans, I mean. MG42 is gonna... Yeah, you can see how quickly it rips into them. I believe Blue and Gray have like a unique stat where they are a lot easier to hit because of what they are, so they are very bad in prolonged engagements, basically. Especially out in the open against machine guns. But it kind of fits them because the Blue and Gray, I believe, according to the description in Spearhead, had a 200% casualty rate, which is absolutely nuts. Especially for an American division. American Spears on the center here against the Storm Grenadiers. All Luftwaffe troops pushing up. Blue and Gray not gonna last long like this. More Fallschirm Pioneers pushing up as well, but I think these ones might get out of there. We have a Jeep in the center here for the United States with a 50 caliber machine gun. Definitely a very potent weapon. But the Germans do have a lot of troops around. Fallschirm Pioneers have to run back. Volkssturm are somehow holding up back here. Against a 50 caliber no less, but I guess that's fine. Americans will hold both fuel points though, which is definitely gonna be an issue here for the Germans. And MG44 waiting around here, we might see a pineapple grenade thrown. He realized what's coming. And he retreats preemptively, good to see. Realizing what's about to happen.
Command has been set. The
static post is now in operation.
Well, I think just moving it normally could probably have worked too. American Surface of VAR on the VS line up there. More blue and grey scattered around. Keeping repaired by itself. And more Fashion Pioneers falling back. We have some replacement Pioneers coming onto the field. Germans need to get the normal Pioneers to get their better buildings. They actually rely on the engineering troops.
Go ahead, infantry!
50 caliber opening up here in the Fogstorm.
Assigned to field ops.
Oh, Sturmgewehrs here on the Grenadiers. Get some good shots out. Oh, Pineapple does go off, but will the Grenadiers be able to dodge it? Oh, so they only take some damage here there. They didn't lose a model. Oh, machine gun here mowing down the Fashion Pioneers. Let's get out of there. Goes of the Panzerjäger squad waiting. Americans flanking the Germans here. Throwing a pineapple. That's going to be a very potent one. Oh, very potent pineapple right there. And focusing down the Germans as they retreat. Yeah, that's some huge losses for the Waffen-SS. Storm Grenadiers coming up here though with some machine gun. With a machine gun anyway. And some Fogstorm coming up behind as well. 50 caliber Jeep opening up though. Americans are stealing the machine gun. Germans can reinforce here though thanks to the forward HQ, but will be enough to hold is the question. MG42 is definitely doing its job here, the best it can. Oh, Fogstorm could merge. Oh, looks like they just decided to retreat back first. Not the best position. Oh, Panzerjäger's tried to flank here. They did manage to get a grenade off on the MG44. But Germans definitely feel like they're on the back foot here. We have a half-track arriving here with some ranges for Deviant. Very potent squads. Very good for assaulting and just overall fighting. Rangers are very costly though, but they're probably some of the best infantry the United States can get. Probably only the airborne are a little bit better, but I think that's going to change in the next patch. At least that's what I heard, but that might be wrong. I might have this information completely wrong or out of date. That's what I gleaned from the Discord. Looks like they're gonna use the bazooka from the half-track here. Very risky maneuver, I'd say, because I'm not sure how you'd actually do that in real life. That seems like a very dangerous move. I guess there was a way for them to disable the rocket-based anti-tank weapons if you went inside a half-track. Because it doesn't seem like it's something you would be able to do easily. If at all. Oh, we have some tanking Germans up here again. They just need to take out a half-track, but that's not going to be easy to do. They finally managed to take out the gunner here at the Jeep, and the mechas have a forward HQ right here. Very risky. Very risky maneuver indeed. When that Sturmgrenadier is in trouble. Well, we have some fights up here with the Belgian troops being forced down on the ground. We have a 2-2 on the field. Will certainly be a problem. Or will it go for the northern flank or the southern flank? Looks like it's going to support the Waffen-SS here. Needs to stand still. Like that, there we go. That's how you use the 2-2. Needs to target down the Jeep now because that is a 50 caliber. Take down. There we go. That's a good use of the 2-2. I think the Americans are going to have to abandon that front. Suka misses. And indeed the Americans pull back. Good uses of the 2-2. The Germans can even grab that MG44 back. One MG42 still holding up here. American Rifle Company is getting replacements, even laying some mines, good to see. We do have some a lieutenant and a captain arriving as well here. Ooh, 2-2 is going very far behind the lines. There's a lack of AT equipment at the moment for the United States. Lieutenant got mowed down. Like 2-2 is scary, but the 50 caliber here from the half-track did a lot of good job on it. That might be a dead 2-2. Yeah, they lost their gunner. And there we go, they got it. Armor piercing incendiary doesn't hit. Trying to load armor piercing incendiary on the MG44. They have locked it between two machine guns here. Both of it is armor piercing incendiary. But it's not enough to pierce the half-track at range. There we go, some bullets penetrated there. Not the easiest thing to penetrate, evidently. Oh, well, the Germans are having a little bit of a difficult time. Well, Rangers gonna push up here. Gonna use the cover to the advantage. We do have a Panzerjäger, Volkswagen Panzerjäger nearby. If the Raptor gets too close, it will be hit. But, oh, they decide to just retreat. Never mind. Normal Volkswagen coming up into the trench. Germans are doing their best to keep the Americans back here. We have a big firefight. Good rifle grenade there, killing some of the Americans in the trench. So the Germans were trying to push up here, but it was a mine. MT-42 over-ripping into them. Oh, so the Germans could win this. Yeah, the Americans are slowly being pushed back somewhat. Oh, we have a 2-2 again. Good uses of the 2-2s in honesty. They're just a very good unit to have. MT-42 have to pull back. Artillery being called here by the captain. Fallschirm Pioneers are pushing up alongside the 2-2. There's a lag of things to stop it. And 2-2 does fire faster the closer it gets. You can see that captain might be dead. There we go. We also have some Jägers arriving here. Some better infantry available too. Fallschirmjäger Division. They're not fully Fallschirmjägers, but they're pretty competent. That's White Phosphorus Artillery. The Americans' front line are definitely having some issues. Bazooka armed troops are coming up though. 2-2 is getting some shots in. Bazooka hits and destroys it. Ooh, and the Germans on the southern flank are being murdered by a machine gun. Ooh, a big loss from both sides at the moment. Like lots of back and forthing. Most of also both down there. Looks like the Rangers are on fire superiority, but it does make units walk slowly now. They do like a slow march fire now, which I think is a decent change and looked cool. Looks very cool when they're actually firing. I think the Germans need to take this forward HQ though. Let's see. We also have a major for the infantry arriving, so Americans have a lot of units on the field here. Oh boy. Artillery being called here by the Lieutenant. Actually, that's an Untersturmführer, not a Lieutenant. Going in around here by looks of it. There's some basic light infantry artillery by looks of it. Another 2-2. I guess they make good use of the 2-2, so they're worth having. They provide a lot of support. As we can see, like the autocannon on the 2-2 is doing a lot of work. MG has to pull back. Pag also got hit by something. But the Americans setting up more of a front line still. UV8 is arriving now for the rifle company. U2 moving up to get some more shots in. Looks like he's aiming for the major in the trench. Who has no gun evidently. That seems like a bug. Or visual glitch. I guess rifle major has no weapon. But they are getting upgraded with Thompsons here. And the American major does have abilities already, so we can actually do that. And this machine gun is definitely getting cleared out. Just too much fire on it. Ooh, 2-2 is being very risky here. There's an 80 gun almost arriving here. Ooh, that 57 is going to get a good shot on the side of that 2-2. And there it goes. Ooh, lots of mortars here for the United States evidently as well. Good to see like the small 60mm mortar being used. It's a pretty decent mortar I have found. Pretty good at its job. Americans are pushing up with a half-track again, going for this big point. But in the Waffen-SS position. Ooh, good mortar hit though. That might force that half-track to back off or just get prepared evidently. We also have some Good ideas from the Luftwaffe here. But they're gonna get mowed down out in the open like that. Especially with all this stuff the Americans have set up. They quickly set up at that too. MG-15 opening up.
M3 half-tracks bearing assault engineers can be dispatched.
Germans are taking up still. Trying to get more units up. We do have a light infantry gun here. Manned by some pioneers, looks like it was probably airdropped in alongside that mortar. One of the things the Luftwaffe can do. But very cheap too, I believe. The Jaegers doing their best with the MG-15 on the flank here. Mortar shells are landing close though, but it's only 60mm mortars. They do arrive very rapidly, as you can see. Especially when there's two of them. And the Jaegers decide they don't want to have any part of that. Looks like the American mortar's going to pull back though. Because there's a counter barrage going in from the Waffen-SS mortar, and they did get a very good hit there. Americans are securing the southern fuel, however. Overall, the Waffen-SS is having a hard time fighting against the Rangers here. That's how it looks. Light infantry gun is already getting some work done, evidently. At least trying to. But German players could still turn this around. It's still fairly early in the match. We are seeing the Wehrmacht taking up here for tanks, or at least the heavier vehicles. Nothing else from the Waffen-SS, but I do have the truck now for light vehicles. Okay, we have a Panzerbüchse here. Trying to take out that half-track finally. Trying to get closer to it. Might not be easy though. And the Rangers have disembarked it. We could actually get a very good position here. Not sure if the Germans can win that. Oh, especially after dropping that machine gun. That's a huge loss. They do almost try to focus down that half-track, but they lost the Storm Grenadiers, so now the Rangers will just open fire on the Panzerjägers. Yeah, Rangers are good. Like, Rangers are really good. Make no mistake there. Yeah, they actually took out both. That's the power of United States Army Rangers, everyone. We have another 2-2 up here. I like to see all the 2-2s. It's very nice. Very refreshing. The 2s are cool. We also have some Fallschirmjäger surviving here for the Luftwaffe. Elite infantry of the German Air Force. German paratroopers, as you would have guessed. Oh, here comes the 57 there. I don't think the 2-2 can move in time. Oh, yeah, there it goes. It hits the mine, though. That does clear out that. And we'll have the Jaegers pushing up here with the MG-15. Here we have the veteran SS moving up here, grabbing the MG-42 off the ground. Ooh. If they actually would have started the upgrade on this one, they would actually have had two MG-42s. I think it would have been nice, but they decided to fall back after seeing the half-track. With Rangers, probably a smart decision. Oh, looks like the Americans are trying to clear cover. Probably a very smart choice considering the defense position they have here. Ooh, lots of Americans coming up here towards the Jaegers. All the officers, actually. Major, Lieutenant, and even the Captain here. All doing their best to try and push the Jaegers back. Like, the power of US rifle can really be felt sometimes. You have the Fallschirmjägers person here with an FT-42, or with FT-42s rather. Need to get their focus on the target. Fallschirmjägers are really freaking good, by the way. Like, probably some of the best infantry in the game. Very expensive, though. I believe they're 400 apiece. Oh, actually 360, never mind. Is that a howitzer? Oh my god, we already have long toms for the Rangers. They already gonna start shelling the Waffen-SS into the ground. That was quick. Like, by 20 minutes mark. I guess they wanted to go for howitzers rather than tanks early. I suppose it can work here. And the long tom is definitely very potent. As you can see, if it hits anything, it would actually kill it, but The Germans have been lucky so far with the shells. And how's the Wehrmacht doing? They still have their Fallschirmjägers. Long Tom is just getting all the shots in here. But the Germans have dodged it and they're keeping their veteran alive. Probably the best thing because this squad is really potent. Especially if it's in the right position. And the Long Toms are just going to keep hitting the Waffen-SS area now. The Americans can keep up the munitions, that is. Not cheap to fire Long Toms. Riflemen with a 30 caliber here. 30 caliber is the unique weapon to the Riflemen if you're playing as Rifle Company. A pretty good upgrade, by the way. I believe it has a lot of ammo. Yeah, 250 rounds before it's to reload. It's absolutely insane on a light machine gun. They can just like keep firing, basically non-stop. As you can see, they already managed to suppress the Fallschirmjägers, but they're only pulling back because of the light infantry gun. Mthis is going to be coming after the Rifle Company. Remember, the Long Toms still threatening the German base here. Veterans digging in down here at the points. I think if Long Toms keep doing this, they can just destroy the base buildings here. Which will definitely pull the Waffen-SS back for a while. The shots do overshoot a lot often, evidently. Oh, we do have a Panzer IV arriving here for the Luftwaffe. That'll certainly help. There's a lack of AT at the moment pointed towards it. Indeed, the Americans fall back the instant they see it. Unless they have very little at the moment that can stop it. We also have a Fallschirmjäger assault team on the field. Haven't been equipped with any unique equipment yet. American machine guns will probably stop them. Once they get sight. Like that. We go already pinning and suppressing them. Well, suppressing them. And they decide to fall back rather than stay. We're losing 2 models though. That's pretty generous. Panzer IV pulls back after seeing the AT gun. Well, that AT gun was pushing a little bit far up, but there's a Sherman 76 arriving as well. Long Toms are firing again. They destroyed one of the HQs of the Waffen-SS. Sherman 76 pushing up aggressively now. Oh, good shot from the H. Might be able to take out that Sherman. Nope, doesn't penetrate. Gonna force that Sherman to stay back. Oh, Sherman got taken out. Bazooka misses. Luftwaffe is doing his best to hold here. Mortars are pushing up though, using this building for cover. Very smart. The 60mm is pretty good at close range combat, so... Like, I found it's used in certain situations. We do these fighting pioneers pushing up. Also on counterbarrage, they're gonna try and take out the light infantry gun. But they decide to pull back after the Fallschirmjäger Stabsfeldwebel will call in. An officer you can call in from buildings here available to the Luftwaffe. But the Panzer IV has very little to stop it now. Yeah, the AT gun has actually been cleared, and officers cannot grab weapons off the ground. Well, at least the team weapons. And that's certainly a problem for the Americans right now, because the Panzer IV can just push up. Using more American riflemen arriving. But high spotted missed. Blue and Grey being used to grab the AT gun. Panzer IV tries to back off. 30 caliber suppresses the Luftwaffe, but they manage to get by the tank, which breaks suppression. Remember, vehicles do break suppression because they provide cover. The Luftwaffe Tiger is arriving on the southern flank here for the Waffen-SS. There's certainly be a problem here because I don't think Waffen bazookas, the range is actually geared to fighting a Tiger. Let's see how it turns out. We have another Sherman 76 arriving for the Rifle Company. After this is trying to push up down here, there has been prepared booby traps. But here comes the Tiger soon. Probably hear the engine already and know it's coming. Do they have any bazookas nearby? They only have the 57 here, which is already preparing to turn. Very good. They know the Tiger is there. And more Americans are quickly relocated to the southern flank. We also have a firefight up here. Luftwaffe and Panzer IV. But the Pioneers here are getting mowed down. Let's see, Tiger tank pushing up, looking at high explosives. Incendiary. Well, incendiary fragmentation, actually, I think. Oh, overshot, but almost killed the AT team. Long Toms are firing. Also, they're just firing into the base now. I guess they want to try and destroy the German base, so they're trying to force the Germans to be on the offensive. Ooh, a little bit of a penetration there on the Tiger. Also, the Americans have decided to fall back for now. At least with some of them. Oh, they did take out the machine gun team.
Americans just eliminated a gun crew.
Panzer IV pushing up, but that's very risky against the Sherman. It's already causing troubles there. Panzer IV taken out. Panzer IV does go off, but I think the Fallschirmjägers have to pull back.
One of our panzers has been
Tiger Ace is still operating, however. Machine guns suppressing the re-echelon, preventing them from moving up. Long Tom's still firing into the base though. Looks like Deviant just gonna try and flatten the German base entirely. The Long Tom is pretty good at it, does a lot of damage to buildings evidently. Let's see, Tiger Ace is going to move up. Building not incendiary shrapnel. Booby trap goes off, only kills one. Looks like the shrapnel shot overshot. One more bazookas arriving. No penetration, actually this didn't even hit. Veterans are dead. Tiger Ace has to be very cautious to do, but Panzer IV arriving as well for the propaganda tactics. Folks are basically cleared out. Tiger Ace manages to back off. Somehow. And the German base is in tatters. Big sync error. Okay, we have a sync error, so I guess this match is over? I guess the Germans might have surrendered then or something. Well, I suppose I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. A little bit of a shorter one, which is fine by me. I have something to do tonight. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.